You were never meant to worship Enki or Enlil. They were Sumerian pretend false gods. They did not create you. They did try to edit you and enslave your memory in the process. Enki and Enlil were part of a hybridized Anunnaki Elohim race. They didn't create humans, they modified them. They turned off DNA strands 4 to 12, and they tried to lie to humanity that they are third-dimensional beings, and then they inserted themselves as false creator gods into history. They tried to cut off the connection to your eternal energy supply and replace it with a limited, self-consuming, base 10 finite life program. And this is why in the Kabbalah tree of life, there's 10 circles. And if you follow it, you will eventually run out of energy and quote unquote die. Enki and Enlil were high-ranking beings from hybrid Anunnaki lineages, and Yahweh is a composite identity later used by Enlil-aligned factions to pose as a singular creator god. It's a tactic that was used to control human belief systems through fear, obedience, and false light worship. The conflict between Enki and Enlil, it's not just a myth. It was a multi-dimensional rupture over Earth's original 12-strand angelic human DNA template. Enki, a guardian-aligned being from the Elohai Elohim line, sought to uplift humanity through genetic restoration. Enlil, aligned with fallen Anunnaki factions, sought control through DNA limitation and planetary domination. And there was a split that fractured Earth's grid systems, and it seeded emotional and spiritual distortion and encoded the false war of masculine versus feminine, heart versus will, light versus dark. And humanity still carries this psychic scar today. True healing begins when we restore the eternal template within. One side is saying, serve the gods. The other side says, rebel, take control. This false polarity is what fuels religion, science, war, trauma bonding, and even relationship dynamics. The pain you carry, it might not even be yours, it might be theirs. And the truth is, original celestial human beings were originally designed as Christic beings, self-healing, multidimensional, with 12-stranded eternal life DNA potential meant to be naturally, gradually embodied. And your body, it still holds the original eternal keys in the intron potential DNA scientists used to call junk. Every single DNA strand that activates, it releases a cellular memory. And once you remember and know, it's gnosis. You cannot not know. How can you deny your experience, your direct knowing? So when activated, you will remember before Enki and Enlil, before Egypt, before Atlantis, before your Lemurian timeline, and remember your 12 original celestial human tribes. And then beyond that, you will remember first creation physics, as some in the ceremonies I facilitate remember. Yes, all of this is encoded in your DNA, and you are who you've been looking for. It's in your DNA. These are not just words that I'm saying. Literally, souls in the Eternal Life Tribe, every breathwork session we have, literally begin to remember that cellular memory is released. They remember their time in Atlantis. They remember their time in Lemuria. They remember which tribe they're from. They remember first creation physics. This is a science, and every DNA strand you accrete, a cellular memory is released. You don't need an intermediary between you and God, Enki, Enlil, Yahweh, because God is already within you. You are not a product of fallen false gods. You are a fragment of eternal source consciousness, which is now remembering through you, in you, for you, with you. And when you stop choosing sides in their war, and you maintain divine neutrality, unified polarity, and multidimensional coherence, you will remember what they tried to erase. The inner Christos is within the 12-stranded DNA, which is within you. It's time to reawaken the eternal flame within. The inner Cristo Sophia reclamation mission is on like Donkey Kong, and you are who you've been looking for the whole time.